Okay, hello, welcome to another video. This is October November 2011, paper 2. I'm going to be looking at the presentation part of this paper. All right, so you are now going to create a short presentation about the port. So the master slide must have a plain white background. The image NX1 port o2.jpg placed in the top left corner. Alright, so the height of the image should be 4 cm and the aspect ratio should be maintained. Your center number, candidate number, and name in a 12-point black serif font in the bottom right corner. So I'm just gonna let me just pause here and just take them one by one. So let me open my presentation software. This time I'm using PowerPoint. I don't know which one you might be using, but we use PowerPoint over here. And then I go to view and go to slide master. Okay, in the slide master, I'll have to make sure that the first slide is selected, otherwise it won't have effect on others. All right. So what I'm gonna do? Okay. So the next question. Plain white background. Okay. So the image NX1 port O2 should be placed on the top left. Okay, so I'll simply go to the image. Where's the image? NX1 port. So I'll copy that. Control C. Copy that. Where do I keep this? So I might have to move this. Okay, if I have to move them down a little bit, just to be able to have space for this image. I don't know how big it's gonna be, but let's see. So I might have to place the image here. Alright, so it's going to be 4 cm. Maintaining aspect ratio, the height should be 4 cm. So I'll have 4 here, and then enter. Then I have that right here. So place the image very well. So I think so. This is the top left corner. I think it's okay like this. All right, that's that for the question. 4 cm and aspect ratio maintained. So the height, okay. So everything is good. So I think this one is done. So I like to highlight to note the ones I've done. Oh, this one is not so good. So let me assume that here. I'm so sorry. I like to highlight the ones I've done just to make things easy for me. So your center number, candidate number, and name in a 12-point black serif font in the bottom right corner. So I'll go back there. So this is for slide numbers. Okay, so this is the possible place. This placeholder is a possible place for me to hold that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to switch both of them. So I'm going to move this slide number to the middle. Okay, because I don't know if I'm going to need it. So I'm still going to leave them later. Then that's when I will start. So I have my let me just write my name and everything. Center number, candidate number, and name. Okay. So I always assume something else. So center number, I assume NG001. Yours might be different. And then 001 as my candidate number, and then Ike is my name. So I will say Ike. For A for level. Okay, so that's for that. So I think it's covered, and then I have to select that to be sure that it's black. So I have to make it black, and then take a serif font, which is a Times New Roman. I always like Times New Roman. Where are you? Okay, So it's down here. I'll take it, and then make sure it is black and 12 points. So I think it's done for that. Your name might be longer, so just make sure that you insert it appropriately. So this numbering, let me just leave it at the middle here because I don't know what I'm going to need them, so I'm not going to delete anything for now. Alright, automated slide numbers in the bottom center, so which means this guy here is needed, so I'll have to leave it there. That takes care of my automated slide number. Okay, so in a situation where you don't have this, you can create yourself one, and then once you go to format, you can get yourself a slide number. Okay, so once you're at the, sorry, you have to go to the header or the footer for you to do that. Okay, so I think insert, and then you have yourself the slide number here. Okay, so that's it for that, but this one is already there, so I don't want to remove it. Okay, so these two taken care of. I want to take them one by one. A horizontal line 3 point wide across the slide below the image. Okay, so I'm going to draw an image, so I'm going to go to insert. From insert I get to shapes. I'll take a line. So I want to draw this line. As you're drawing the line, just hold down your shift key if you're using Windows, shift key, and then move across just to have yourself a straight line. So I hold down my shift key before I draw. I'm so sorry, I think I messed up a little bit. I removed my hand from the shift key, so I'm going to have to repeat that again. Line, yeah. Okay, I'm going to shift key and then have myself a perfect line, and then that's it. So I'm gonna have to move it down a little bit. So with my direction key, selected direction key, I just have to move it down a little bit. I right click on the shape and then go to format shape. So I want to make it 3 points. So here I want to make it 3 points. 3 point right here. So 3 points. Okay, so that's for that. What color should it be? 3 point across the slide, so there's no color, so I think we leave it in that color before color. Okay, all right. The text port paper docs. All right, so I copy that. So the text in a black 48-point serif font above the line and aligned to the right. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a text box here. So I'm going to go to insert. Oh, text box is already there. It's already in the shape though, I think so. See, text box, but I get the text box right here. So I create a text box, so it has to be right aligned, so I'm moving it to the right sort of. Okay, so I want it to align with the other ones, so I'll just paste that, make it Times New Roman, which is a serif font, and then make it 48 points. Alright, so in fact right align it just for perfection. Alright, so I think that take care of this. As you can see, I made sure that this also goes down, no overlapping elements, nothing is overlapping. One more thing, to make this, if I have to go back, let me assume that I go to slide master and then I close slide master. If I know that the numbering is not showing, and the my information at the right side at the footer is not showing, so I find out that there's more thing you have to do to make sure that they show. And even this all these elements are overlapping, so I have to make sure that in my slide master they are all arranged, each of the layout. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go back again I just want to show you so that you will know in case you are doing this. I'll go back, make sure that the first one is always selected. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to footer, header and footer. I want to make sure that the slide number is checked and then the footer is checked. That's when they will show when you now go back. Okay, so I don't want to apply the date because it's not it wasn't indicated. So I say apply to all. So all my slide is going to apply to them, all the layout. So if I go back, if I go to slide master and then close it and go back and find out the automated number and then the footer, so it's remaining just to arrange this one. So if I go back again to view, go to slide master. So what I'm going to do now is for each of them, so what I'm going to do, the first one is taken care of, but each of them, each of the layers, I have to make sure that the elements are all well placed. Okay, so no one is overlapping each other. This one is okay. I think this one is okay. I think, okay, let me just put it down a little bit, just slightly. The next one, okay, this one needs more adjustment, so I'm gonna have to adjust it properly. Okay, so no overlapping elements, so I'll do the same thing here, just in case you're using different. Okay, so this is a perfect work. Okay, the next one, because most people will not actually do this, but it's quite important, so I have to take your time and make sure you arrange the whole layout, just to be sure that no one is overlaying in on the, or the other. So that's, you have to take your time to do this. You have to pay the price to get yourself more marks. This is actually the perfect way to get it done. Okay, so I think there's another one here, so I have to make it smaller just to fit in here, just to make sure that nothing is overlapping the other. You can use the direction key, move it up a little bit. Okay, I think this one is okay. Move to the next one. So I think basically that's what you have to do, just to make sure that everything, all of them are well set out. Okay, so it's quite time consuming, but just take your time, get them all done. Okay, so the same thing I will do here, bring this one down here, just to make sure that they are all okay. Same thing here. I would have stopped recording, but it's not much, so I'm gonna have to just finish. I will have to finish everything. Okay, yeah, yep. In case you're hearing some sound, please, I'm sorry. You know, sometimes we have to run the generators. Generator could be noisy a little bit, but that's what we see over here. But we're good. All right, so that's for every one of them. So for each of the layer you choose, it's all perfectly laid out. So you go back to the first slide here. Okay, so let's go back to the question, please. We're doing so much here. So yeah, so this is done. This is done. Okay, so no master slide elements, text or images should overlap each other on any slides. Okay, apply all master slide elements to all slides. Okay, so and that is what we've done. So I think we just handled this beforehand. Okay, all right, so number 34 says import file nx1 press o2.rtf, placing the text as slides in your presentation software. Remove any blank slides. All right, this should provide 5 slides, each containing a title and some bullet points. All right, I go back. So NX1 press O2, that's what I need to import in my, so I have to close this. All right, so I go to new slide, slide from outline, then I have to search for where it is, and that is it right here. All right, so I insert that, all inserted. There should be what, 5 slides with bullets. I think the first one, so now I can get rid of the first one. All right, because the first one obviously is the that is the empty slide. All right, so I get rid of it. So I have 1 2 3 4 5. All right, so that's for that. So this question handled. Okay, so 35, insert a new slide before slide 1. Use a layout with a title and subtitle for the new slide. Well, the one I deleted is the perfect one for it, so I have to click here again and then go to new slide and then take the first one. The first one is actually, so I have myself another 6 slides. All right, nice job. The next one is which is number, so this one done, this one done. All right, so number 36, enter the text new dock for cars as the title for the slide. So I copy that, Control C, go up there, then paste it right here. Good job. The next one, enter the text review of car movements as a subtitle. So as subtitle, so I'll just put it in here. So, and that's for that. There's no anything, just leave it the way it is. You were not told to do anything on it, so no point doing anything. All right, so move slide 5 so that it now becomes slide 3. So I go to slide 5, I'll click and then move it to slide position 3. All right, that's been taken care of. So this guy here done. All right, so number 38, create a vertical bar chart using the table in NX1 export O2.rtf to compare the plan export to the actual export. You may need to take the data into another package. Okay, let's see the file NX1 export. Okay, so let me go to my NX1 export. So let me see the table right there and see what I can do with the table. Open up, come on. Okay, so this is the table now. Okay, so for us to plot this, do a bar chart, I suppose, a vertical bar chart. All right, vertical bar chart. For us to do this, we have to export this to Excel. All right, so I copy that. I need to open my Excel. So it said open up fast. Okay, good stuff. All right, opens up fast for me. So I was simply going to paste my over here. Hope this will be right for it. Good, this is how I want it. Making sure that all my everything is showing properly. Okay, let me just leave it the way it was because I love it that way, so I can see because I'm interested in only this place. Okay, so I have to plot the graph. Let me see whether there's more information. Okay, so create a vertical bar chart using the table this. Okay, to compare the planned export to the actual export. Okay, label the chart. Okay, so let's go plot the graph right now. So I select everything here. I go to insert, then take the first one. Now the question is that we should compare the planned and actual export. All right, so I might have to remove this blue bar. All right, so I have to right click and then set data, right? Set data. Okay, set data. So this first one, year, I don't need year here because I'm not comparing year, so I'm gonna have to remove that. And then for this, so what I need here, let me just push this in a little bit further. What I need here, I want years to be here. All right, where 1 2 3 4 are. So what I'm going to do right now is to edit. Okay, I want to move this in so I'll be able to see what I'm doing, but it's okay. Okay, so I'm going to edit this, edit, and then I'm going to simply select from here to here, and that will give me exactly what I want. As you can see, it has changed the chart. All right, so it's more or less what I need. Any other thing I might have to do here? Nothing for now, so I'll click OK. All right, so I have myself a good looking graph, I mean a chart here. So this is good. Let me see the other question. So this done. I think I've been able to do my plot particle bar chart. Okay, so number 39, label the chart with the title car export volumes. Okay, so I copy that, Control C and copy car export volumes. So I go there, so chart title, I'll give that paste, Control V to paste. And then the next question is category axis labels displayed in full. Okay, axis titles as number of cars and years. Okay, so I think okay, let me just take this just for the sake of it. Control C, I go back to, so I think I might have to have an axis here that tells me that this is number of is it number of cars? Yeah, number of cars. So okay, so I'm gonna have to adjust this, the layout. Let me adjust the layout to suit me. Let me see the layout that is best. Okay, I think this one is the best type. So I have this here, so I have to select all this and then paste here, and then have years here according to what the direction is. Is it years? It's supposed to be, let me just be sure that years is in the question. Okay, year. Okay, that's year, not years. Okay, I just want to be precise though. Yeah, in case I make a mistake, please leave your comment below, okay, at the comment section, please. I would like to hear from you. All right, the next question, place the chart on the last slide to the left of the bullet point. Okay, so I'll just go right there, select it, Control C, copy it, and then go back to my slide. So the last slide to the left, so I click on the last slide. So what I'm going to do now is simply to move this guy a little further here. I think is good here. Let me just extend it a little bit just to make it look good. Okay, it's not bad. Too much work here. Let me just paste this in here. So I paste it here, and then probably have to move it towards this side. I think the job is done. If you want to make it bigger, you can just drag from the edges. Okay, I think good job here. So I think is good. Yeah, that's it. What's the next question? Place the chart. Okay, save the presentation. Save the presentation. Print all slides with 6 slides to the page. All right. Okay, so place the chart. Okay, so this is done. So these are done. Okay, so the next thing is to save the presentation. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna save it. Normally I save it in my work area. So save as, I go to my work area. Is my work area. I like to save it here. All right. Normally, if you want to save, since they did not indicate what to save it with your name and then your candidate number, something like that, just for convenience sake, you know. So that's what I'm going to save it with, and then presentation type. Okay, so I say save. All right. So I'll save that. So the next question, I say I should print all the slides with 6 slides to the page. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back here, go to file, go to print. So when I get to print, I print sided full page. You know what I want is 6 of them, so I go here, 6 of them. So it will print it like this. Print them like this. There's one thing that I just noticed right now. If you look at the slides, the name, the information down at the right side is not shown. There's the right footer, it's not showing, and the center of the footer is not showing. So I'm gonna have to make sure that they show. So I'm gonna have to go back to slide master, go to slide master, and then go to insert, header and footer. So I make sure that they're checked. Header and footer, sorry, I have to select the first one. So sorry, the first one has to be selected. All right, so I can apply to all. So insert, then header and footer, then yeah, so apply to all. So I want it to apply to all. So if I close this slide master and then check for all of them, they are all applied right now. So please be careful when you do this, because it's easy to forget. All right, so everything has my information at the footer right aligned and then center aligned, as the slide numbers center aligned. Okay, so it's quite important that you take note of this. So where was I was at the printing this 6th one, and then I think I showed that, so I don't need to go back there again. So the next thing is to print, I think print the last one. Let me just be sure. Where is the question? I skipped the question. Yeah. So skip it. Okay, so print only the last slide full size on a single page. All right, on a single page. Okay, so I'm gonna go back right there and then select the last one. So the last one is already selected. Then click and then file, and then go to print, and then from print just one page, just make it one full page. Okay, one full page. What I'm gonna do is print selected, print selection. Okay, so just the selected page or slide, that's what's gonna print. Okay, so anyhow, I know you can do this, but yeah, I think that's about it. So the name, your information, everything is shown. So I think so you can just go ahead and print. I think this lesson has been exhausted. Okay, so this video, I've exhausted video, everything is done perfectly. Okay, so if you have any question, please don't forget to leave comment below. All right, so yeah, so that's this for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.